So guys, you're welcome once more to MEPH. I'm your tutor, Mr. Buku. If you're new to the channel, you're highly welcome. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and share the link of the channel to some students that may be of help. Alright, so today we have a problem on the board that is evaluate tan 75, leaving the answer in short form or radical form. So what does short form or radical form means? So you want to be seeing what signs like this in your answer, okay? That's what it means, like your square root sign. So our solution to this, now tan 75 degree, okay, now we can split this to what, 10 what, 45 degree plus what, 30 what degree. 45 plus what, 30 is going to give us 75. We have to recall, when we say 10a plus 10b, okay, as degrees here, okay, it also means 10a first, 10a plus 10b, okay, divided by what? 1 minus. We multiply these two, so we'll say 10a multiplied by what? 10 what b. Okay? Now the question is, we want to express this in this form. So to express it in this form, we have 10 what? 45 degree plus what? 30 degree is going to be. So our a is 45, b is what? 30, so we'll put it in this form. So I have 10 what? 45 degree plus what? 10 what? 30 degree divided by what? 1 minus 10 45 degree multiplied by what? 10 what? 30 degree. Now I haven't gotten that, but the question is, we want to know what is what? Our 10 45 and our 10 30. Now all you need to do is you have to draw your angles for your special angle. So if this is 90, this is 90, this is 45, and here is 45. So since this is 45, this is 45, means these two lengths are equal. So this can be 1, this can be 1, and this becomes square root of 2. Okay? So 1 square root 2. Now for this, if we have here as 30, here as 60, okay? So here, okay, becomes 1, okay? Then here, this length becomes what? 2, okay? 2, and this side becomes what? Square root what? 3. So you have to know how to draw this diagram so that you can be able to develop your special angles. So from this, we are going to bring out what? Our 10 what? 45 degree. Remember, which is opposite over what? Adjacent, our 2. Then we are going to bring our 10 what? 30 degree, which is what? Opposite over what? Adjacent from this. Okay? If you remember your trick of Soka 2, okay, tan is what? 2. So O is what? Our opposite, and A is what? Our adjacent. So let's quickly bring out the values. For this 1045, okay, I can have this as my opposite. This is the opposite, and this becomes what? This is the hypotenuse, and this is my what? Adjacent. So for 1045, we have opposite, which is 1, divided by what? We have the adjacent, which is 1. Okay, so 1 over 1, they will give us 1. Alright? Now, what about for this, for 10, 30 degree? All we need to do is we'll draw the opposite. So this is the opposite. This becomes the what? Adjacent. And here is our hypotenuse. Remember, your hypotenuse always faces this 90 degree. Hypotenuse always faces the 90 degree. So let's bring it out. Our opposite is 1, so I'm going to write 1, divide, okay? Our adjacent is what? Root 3, so root what? 3. So now that we've gotten that, okay, for we to go further, we are going to substitute the value of 1045 degree here, and then we are going to substitute the value of what? 1030 degree here. So let's do that, okay? So instead of 1045, okay, we are going to have 1 plus, okay, my 1030 becomes what? 1 over what? Root what? 3. Now for the denominator, we have it as, okay, We have 1, okay, minus what? We have 1045 times this, so we have 1 multiplied by what? 1 over what? Root what? 3. So if we solve all this, we can now get 1075 in what's called a radical form. So let's do that quickly. Now we are going to apply simple fractions. So this is 1045 plus 30 degree, which is the 1075 degree. So this will give us what? Now this is going to be 1 plus 1 plus what? 1 over what? Root 3 divided by what? I can write this as 1 divided by 1 minus what? 1 times this is still all this. Okay. So we now have this new expression. Remember, if you have a fraction a over b plus or minus what? C over d, okay, you can simply what? Cross multiply this way first. So if we cross multiply this way first, we are going to have what? A multiply d. So either plus or minus, then you cross multiply this way. So you have bc divided by what? So we have b times d, bd. So we are going to apply this principle of fraction where you multiply this way, so AD, okay, and you multiply this way, BC, okay, and you multiply this way, which is BD. So let's do it here. We're always going to start this way and this way, okay. So we are going to get root 3 times 1, which is what? Root 3. Now 1 times 1 is plus, we have plus 1 divided by what? We have this times this, which is what? Root 3. So we have this as the numerator divided by what? This time this is also root 3. This time this is what? So we have minus 1 divided by this time this is what? Root 3. So what we want to solve to get our answer is what? This expression. So let's see, our 1075 degree is going to give us root 3 plus 1 divided by what? Root 3. Now this is division, so I'm going to put it in this form. So I have root 3 minus 1 divided by what? Root 3. Okay. So we are going to apply simple idea of what? Division, where you have to change this to what? Times. And this goes up and this comes down. So we have root 3 divided by what? Root 3 minus 1. Because this comes down, this goes up. Now this can cancel out this, okay? Which is 1, 1. So what are we left with? We're left with tan what? 75 degrees equals to what? We have root 3 plus 1 times this. So we have root 3 plus 1 divided by what? 1 times this, which is what? Root 3 minus 1. Okay? Now we have what? A third that we have to what? Remember, the question says we should keep our answer in third form or radicals. This is a radical, but you cannot keep it in this form because we have a root under, so we have to what? Rationalize. So let's rationalize this. So our tan 75 degree, okay, we have root 3 plus 1 divided by what? Root 3 minus 1. First of all, you want to get the conjugate, okay? The conjugate of this, our conjugate, is we are going to write this, but we are going to put what? A plus, okay? So it means I'm going to use this to multiply this numerator, and I'm also going to use it to multiply what? The denominator. Okay, so let's expand that and see what that gives us. So our tan 75 degrees is going to give us, okay, let's multiply. So this will times this, so we have root 3 multiply root 3 plus 1, and plus 1 is going to times that, so we have plus 1 is going to times root 3 plus 1 divided by what? This is going to times this, so we have root 3 will times root 3 plus 1, and minus 1 is going to times this, so we have root 3 plus 1. So let's simply see what that gives us. So this times this is going to give us what? We can say root what? 9 plus what? This time this is going to give us what? We have root 3. This time is going to give us what? Plus what? Root 3. And plus 1 times plus 1 is going to give us plus 1. So all this divided by what? Well, this time this is going to give us what? Root 9. This time is going to give us what? Plus root 3. This time is going to give us what? Minus root 3. And this time is going to give us what? Minus what? 1. Okay? So let's continue our simplification. So root 9, okay, is what? 3. So we have 3. Now plus root 3 plus root 3 is going to give us plus 2 root what? 3. So we have plus 1 at the end, divided by what? This is also 3. With this plus root 3 minus root 3 is what? 0. And we have minus 1 at the end. Okay. So let's see what that gives us. So this gives us 3, okay, plus 1 plus what? 2 root what? 3 divided by 3 plus 0 is 3. So we have 3 minus 1 at the denominator. 3 plus 1 is 4 plus what? We have 2 root what? 3 divided by what? 3 minus 1 is what? 2. Okay, now if we have an expression like if I have A plus B divided by what? C. We can say it's A over C plus what? B over what? C. So we are going to use 2 to divide it. So I have tan 75 degree is equals to 4 divided by 2 plus what? 2 root 3 divided by 2. These will cancel out. This is 2, 1. So we have 2 here. This will cancel out. This is 1, 1. So we are left with what? Plus what? Root 3. So these are root 3 plus 2 gives you the solution to this simple problem. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and try to share. Now you can also check, you can input this in your calculator and input 1075 degree in your calculator, and you see that it will give you the same value. Alright, bye.